Before the thunder of afterburners and the scream of supersonic flight, there was a quiet, radical idea whispered in engineering rooms across Europe. An idea so bold, it threatened to erase the propeller, the very symbol of flight itself. For decades, propellers had pulled aircraft through the sky, clawing at the air like spinning paddles in an invisible ocean. But by the 1930s, engineers were hitting a wall, literally the wall of speed. As propellers spin faster, their tips approach the speed of sound, and efficiency collapses into violent turbulence. Pilots wanted more speed. Generals demanded more altitude. Physics refused to cooperate.
And that is when a young Royal Air Force cadet began to question everything. His name was Frank Whittle, and he was obsessed with speed. In 1928, he submitted a thesis that most senior officers barely understood. Instead of pulling an aircraft forward with blades, Whittle proposed pushing it forward with pure jet thrust. His concept was simple in theory: compress air, mix it with fuel, ignite it, and let Newton do the rest. But simple on paper is never simple in steel. Funding was scarce. Support was thinner. Doubt was everywhere. Still, Whittle refused to abandon the idea.
By 1936, he formed a small company, Power Jets Limited, operating on hope and borrowed money. The first prototype engine was crude, heavy, and dangerously unpredictable. Then, in April 1937, they ignited it. The roar was unlike anything they had heard before. It did not spin a propeller. It screamed like the future. While Britain hesitated, Germany moved quickly.
A young physicist named Hans von Ohain was developing his own jet engine design. Unlike Whittle, von Ohain found immediate backing from aircraft builder Ernst Heinkel. Resources flowed. Prototypes evolved rapidly. And in August 1939, days before war consumed Europe, history quietly shifted. The Heinkel He 178 lifted into the air, the first jet-powered aircraft ever to fly. It was small and experimental, but the age of jet propulsion had begun.
War accelerated everything. Germany pushed ahead with the first operational jet fighter, the Messerschmitt Me 262. Its twin engines produced nearly 1,800 kilograms of thrust. It could exceed 540 miles per hour, faster than anything in the Allied arsenal. Allied pilots described it as a silver arrow that vanished before you could aim. But how exactly does von Ohain's engine work? The answer begins with air and pressure. With step 1, intake. As the aircraft moves forward, air is forced into the engine's wide circular mouth. Unlike modern engines with complex fan systems, von Ohain's design relied purely on forward motion and internal compression. Once inside, the air meets the compressor, the beating heart of the system. Von Ohain used a centrifugal compressor, a spinning disc that flings air outward like water from a wheel. As the impeller spins at astonishing speed, the air's pressure rises dramatically. And pressure in aviation means power, waiting to be released. The compressed air is then directed into the combustion chamber, the engine's furnace. Here, fuel is injected and mixed with the high-pressure air.
A spark ignites the mixture, and controlled explosion becomes continuous fire. This is not a single blast, but an ongoing inferno, burning thousands of times per minute. The expanding gases now rush toward the turbine, carrying enormous energy.
The turbine sits directly behind the combustion chamber, connected by a shaft to the compressor at the front.
As hot gases strike the turbine blades, they force it to spin with ferocious speed. That spinning turbine keeps the compressor turning, creating a self-sustaining cycle. Air in, compression, combustion, expansion, and finally, the moment of truth. The exhaust nozzle channels the remaining energy into a focused jet of blazing gas. And as Newton's third law dictates, the aircraft surges forward.
This was the engine that powered the Heinkel He 178, the world's first jet-powered aircraft. When it flew in August 1939, few understood they were witnessing the future. Von Ohain's centrifugal design was compact, mechanically simpler, and easier to manufacture than axial concepts of the time. But it had limits: larger frontal area and constraints on maximum compression. Still, in those early years, simplicity meant reliability. And with that, the world had entered the jet age. In less than 20 years, aviation had leaped from fabric wings to roaring turbines. What began as a dismissed thesis became the foundation of modern air power. The first jet fighter was not perfect. It was fragile, temperamental, experimental. But it shattered the limits that had confined propeller aircraft for decades. And once humanity tasted that speed, there was no turning back.
Today's fighters, capable of Mach 2 and beyond, trace their lineage back to those risky experiments. To Whittle's persistence, to von Ohain's opportunity, to a world at war that demanded impossible solutions. The invention of the first jet fighter was not just engineering, it was a turning point in human ambition. History whispers of propellers and gunfights, but today, war is fought with data streams and silent ghosts. The era of visibility is over. The age of the phantom has begun. Today, autonomous swarms will change defense. Algorithms will decide engagement. The human will be out of the loop. Ethics lag behind technology.